Hey, Christy Mattoon here with Mind Rewire. I hope this isn't too squirrely looking, but I promised somebody I would show them how to loosen up their diaphragm so they could breathe easier. And so that's exactly what the intention is here, is to show you how to loosen up your diaphragm so the inhales are easier. And if you're like me, exhales can be easier too, because that's where I struggled for the longest time, was with exhaling. I would literally get a good inhale in and I couldn't get it out. I couldn't release the exhale. And I was told by a few different doctors that it was because I have some kind of malfunction in my lungs, something I was born with, which, do or don't, whatever. Loosening up my diaphragm actually helped. It made a difference. And so I just keep doing it whenever I start getting tight feeling or having issues breathing. It's my first go-to. And I do it a lot with clients too. So that's why I wanted to show it to you. So think about breath, right? We want the functional breath. I've talked about this a lot before. And people will ask, just because in different protocols it talks about tongue positioning, and I don't usually throw that in there, but your tongue should be like right up, the tip of your tongue should be right up behind the top front teeth, right on here. Tongue on the inhale. Exhale, your tongue will probably fall. Inhale, your tongue goes up there. Exhale, fall. If you don't do that, what I have noticed that I do is on my inhale, and because of my lung issues, forever being an asthmatic, is I'll actually push my tongue against my bottom front teeth, and then they actually start to ache. And so that's not a good idea. So if I get it in the right position, work on actually doing a proper functional breath, that actually helps. So that's where your tongue goes. Your inhale, you want to focus on expansion at the rib cage. You've got joints sternally, laterally, and down either side of your spine that open and close your rib cage like a huge bevel, right? So we tend to breathe this up and down motion, and it should be this open and closed motion. And so that's how you want to think of your breath. You want to think of it as open and then close. Your diaphragm is sitting in there, and as you inhale, it's pulling that oxygen into your body. It's pulling it down into your body. If it's stuck up under your rib cage, it makes it harder to get a good breath. For most people, an inhale. For some of us, an exhale. And so you want to hit some pivotal points inside your rib cage and around your rib cage that will help open that up and loosen it up. And so here's what I do. To loosen my diaphragm, I will find right underneath here, right? So rib cage where this comes together, and just stick your fingers gently in there and rock back and forth. It's not aggressive. You're not going to just right? Don't walk up to a counter. And I heard somebody saying this, just like really jabbing a counter edge or something in there. It's gentle, right? Until you can feel it start to loosen up. If it's definitely like really painful, be gentle. This isn't hard, okay? This isn't a hard thing. If you inhale while you're doing it, you're going to feel it different. And then exhale, you'll get in there a little bit deeper. Inhale, press in. You're just gently rocking back and forth. Exhale, press a little bit deeper. And just kind of notice where you feel sticky spots, right? Come down towards the side, towards, like my side is over here, but I'm just down in here. And it's the same idea. You can start on one side, get up underneath there a little bit. Big breath in, big exhale. And then the same thing on this other side. You want to do the same thing. And I would just do 5 to 10 breaths on either side, rocking back and forth. Notice what it feels like. For some people, when they do that, it's just like pain. It is solid painful because it's so stuck. So just really gentle. You're just working at loosening that up. Also on the sides, if you come down the side of your rib cage and then come around towards the front, you're going to find places in between the ribs. And this is actually where I get it the worst. I'll get it in between these places, and like this one is super sore right now. And again, it's really gentle. If you're on your left side, spleen is over here. I believe it's on the left side, now that I've said that. Be gentle. There's a ton of lymph nodes over here. Be gentle, be gentle. And even here, be gentle. There's a ton of lymph nodes that run through here. But you're just going to rock back and forth in there. You can even do some of these little teapot moves, right? So you're just opening and closing, holding a little bit of pressure in there, and just wherever you're feeling it. And then do the same on the other side. I didn't realize that one was as sore as the other side. Holy cow. right? Until it feels like it starts to loosen up. And then notice the difference in your breath. So take a breath after and just really notice. Look at my new t-shirts. Aren't those super funny? Actually, this is the old model. I took the .com off of it, but right? Shift happens. Too funny. Rewire your mind. And this is what we're doing. And it's not just the mind. It's every cell of your body. Your mind, your cells, your breath. It all works together to create the perfect you. And if you're in true alignment, if you're in function with this, everything gets easier. Everything around you gets easier, because when you're in alignment, your perception changes. When you're in alignment, you don't think the same. When you're out of alignment, your vibration is lower. When you're out of alignment, things are just harder. They just are. So we want to start breathing. We want to start breathing functionally, and we want to start feeling better. So I hope this helps. Comment below. Let me know where you need help. We can do a little bit more if necessary. I would do this every day. In fact, I do this every day, and I do other different things also, where I'm going through and just like rotating thoracic spine and really trying to loosen up this whole part of my body, right? This whole middle section of my body, where breath takes place, where the heart is pumping, where all of this really vital stuff, even in your gut, is going on. It's super important to oxygenate all of these organs, all of these cells. Super important. Oxygenate your blood, right? That's what a nice, slow, deep exhale does. So it's a big, huge inhale. I don't even know if I finished the process. It's a big, huge inhale when your rib cage is nice and loosened up and your diaphragm is loosened up. And then a nice, long, slow exhale. It's a 4 count in. It's a 5 or 6 count out. If it's a 5 or 6 count in, it's a 7 or 8 count out, or however long you can get it to go. Nice and long and slow and steady. It calms the nervous system down, and that's the point of a breath like this. There are other breathing techniques for other purposes that will cause your body to do other things. Breath signals your body into a response. If you start breathing shallow and fast, guess what will follow? You can actually trigger anxiety by breathing that way. You can trigger yourself into a response based on how you breathe. Same thing with long, slow, big breaths. It triggers your body into a response to calm down. That's what the breath does. You have control of it, which is the cool part. We were taught that the body just does it naturally. You don't have to worry about it. That's wrong. You do need to worry about it, and especially in this day and age. The more control you have, the better off you're going to be, and especially if it's control here, locally. Not control anywhere else. We don't care about that. Control here of the system. If you understand how it works and you know that you can shift it and get it to do what you want it to do, that's the deal, guys. So it starts with breath. Breathe. Functionally breathe. Loosen up that diaphragm. Take care of yourself the best you can. I hope this helps. As always, blessings and peace. I'm going to be doing a few videos in the next couple of days on heart-brain coherence. We're going to start talking about that more. I do it all the time with people. I didn't have the science behind it before, so I didn't speak to it a whole ton. Now I've got the science behind it. It's crazy cool the way this stuff works. So stay tuned. Subscribe, share these videos, help me out. Let's get the word out, get people moving, and get people feeling better. We really do have way more control than we think we do. Blessings and peace.